Welcome to Witty Quiz Hub. It's Socrates time. 40 quick questions, a little mischief, a lot of thinking. Answer in your head or shout it out. Stay tuned. You can pause the video if you need more time. Let's begin. Around which year was Socrates born? In which city was Socrates primarily active? What method of questioning is Socrates famous for? Which famous student wrote many dialogues featuring Socrates? Which comic playwright satirized Socrates in The Clouds? What was Socrates officially accused of at his trial? How did Socrates die? Which dialogue records Socrates' defense speech at his trial? Which of these was not written by Socrates himself? What attitude toward his own knowledge is Socrates famous for? Which later philosopher was a direct student of Plato? What is a common name for Socrates' technique of exposing contradictions? Who records Socrates' conversations in memorabilia? Socrates' wife is traditionally named what? Which idea best describes Socratic irony? In Plato's dialogues, where does the account of Socrates' final hours mainly appear? What social role did Socrates claim to accept as his mission? Which statement reflects the famous paraphrase of Socrates' stance on knowledge? What profession was Socrates' father, Socrates, traditionally said to have had? Which field did Socrates primarily focus on? Socrates famously refused an offer to avoid his death sentence in which dialogue? Socrates is often contrasted with the sophists because he Which key topic did Socrates repeatedly examine with interlocutors? Which later philosophical tradition traces roots back to Socratic/Platonic ideas? Which play by Aristophanes painted Socrates as a meddling teacher? How did Socrates feel about writing down his philosophy? Which of these is a core Socratic practice? Socrates served in which capacity during wartime? Which of the following dialogues features Socrates discussing love and symposium gatherings? What did Socrates famously do when sentenced to death rather than escape? Which phrase describes Socrates' approach to supposed experts? Socrates' trial took place in what year, traditionally dated? Who established the academy where Socratic ideas were preserved and taught? Which of the following is true about Socrates' written legacy? Which quality is often attributed to Socrates' teaching style? Which later historian/philosopher also gives an account of Socrates besides Plato? What is a famous result of Socratic questioning? Which attitude best captures Socrates' stance on his trial? Which literary form most Plato's Socratic accounts take? Socrates is widely called the father of what in the Western tradition? Nice work, that was the thinker. Count and comment down your score. If you had fun, smash like, subscribe for more quizzes, and tag a friend to challenge. See you in the next one.